Hello, everybody. Robin Ryan here, Superintendent Grapevine Colleyville ISD. And today I'm talking to a couple of fantastic first grade teachers from Colleyville Elementary School, Tovah Woodcock and Kelsey Dyck. Welcome, you two. We really are glad to be able to have a visit with you to talk about the great things that are happening with you and in your classrooms. So here's the first question. Let's get right into it. So first of all, we've never really had anything like this before. We picked up school in school buildings, and then we moved it all home. It seemed like overnight. And then we are expected to just carry on and have school even from our separate homes. So you have had some ways of adapting very quickly to that. So tell us all about that.
Well, it's kind of my goal to give our students the best education possible, what they deserve, what they need, whether that's from within the classroom or from our own homes. And equally as important, it's that we focus on the social and emotional well-being of both our students and our families. And technology has been a key part of making that possible. We really try to use technology through the use of Screencastify, iMovie, Seesaw, things like that, to keep our classroom a community by recording things like read-alouds so that our students can see our face and they can see each other's faces through WebEx and things like that and reflect on that learning, but also to keep their relationships with their classmates and with their teacher, and so that they always remember that whether we're in the classroom or we are at home, we are family and we will always be a family, and we will continue to grow and learn and get through this challenge together.
So I'm sure that's really comforting to the families that you interact with every day, but there are probably some terms that you used in that answer right there that made some folks really uncomfortable. Like if parents had not heard of every application that you just talked about, then they're now expected to kind of help their students that are there. We're talking about first graders. So so talk about how you've had to help people adapt of all ages, from the very young to even their parents.
Something that we really wanted to do with everyone, to let them know that we're in this together and that we want to offer our support. So we kind of had to open up our brains, our minds in a different way to connect to them, to say, how are they not alone in this? Because that's what we did not want our children feeling, nor our parents, and nor our colleagues. And so what we did was, first thing we knew how to do was to put our face on a screen and talk to them like we normally would. Mm-hmm. And just walk them through. Here's what we're experiencing. Here's some great ideas and tips. Let me show you what that app looks like. Oh, great. Let me just flip my iPad around and record myself. And I think that really helped a lot of parents and students ease their minds when they could see it firsthand and we talked to them like they were really there, how to make distance not seem so distant anymore.
So so it seems like to me, you've really tried to reach out and make everybody comfortable in this new environment, but I would imagine that some of the ones that are the most comfortable are our students. So talk about how their transition has been to this new environment, specifically for kids.
Our students have really transformed through this experience. We were just talking this morning about how amazed we are by them and how we can certainly view this as a challenge. But the more we get into this, the more that we're realizing that this is an opportunity for growth, not only for us, but for our students. And they have truly thrived in using the learning platforms that they already have experience with in the classroom to take charge of their own learning. And so we kind of implemented a lesson plan that we felt would be easy for the students to use independently, because we know that this is an overwhelming situation for their parents as well. And try to give them several options within a day. And so they can really encourage them to use their creativity, to use their problem-solving skills. And they've really just gone above and beyond. Some of the projects that we've seen them submit through Seesaw, they're using materials from home. They're using materials that they've gathered by walking around their communities. And so not only have they done really well with completing assignments independently, but they've gone above and beyond that. I mean, they've truly taken charge of their own learning, and that has been so amazing to see. So I would say after our WebEx conversation yesterday, I kind of anticipated for them to say they were feeling a little overwhelmed when I asked, and they really missed school, and they did say that they missed school and they missed their friends, but they were so excited to talk about the different projects that they've been doing and how excited they were to be doing all of these different things, and that they were able to teach their parents something through Seesaw and through the use of their technology. And so I think that's been a really amazing thing.
So, we've kind of fallen back on the last several years of our increase in the use of technology to help deliver instruction. And we didn't know that it was going to come in handy at this point like it is right now. But I'm so grateful to our community for seeing the vision of needing to be able to teach in a way like you guys are doing already. And then now that we have to be separate, that we can still connect and bring people together. So this is the third week. We're introducing new material now, and these are first graders who are just soaking it up. So how's it gone this week so far?
It's actually gone really well. Something I have to really praise our students, our first grade students on, is that they know now, because we've set the tone since day one, that we're here and we still have an expectation for them. And it is so neat to see our students respond in Seesaw or to make their own iMovie on asking us and showing us videos of, this was difficult for me. Do you have any other solutions or strategies you could teach me? And I think to imagine a first grader doing that digitally is not something we would ever think we would see from a typical first grader. So I'm just really impressed that these students know that we're here and that we still want to give them the best possible education from home, and that they also know that we're here for them and we are their teachers still. So I have been so impressed, and it's Tuesday so far. So I look forward to seeing what else they can show us.
Well, our students are so lucky to have you. So real quickly, as we wrap up, one thing you're grateful for.
I'm grateful for my students. I mean, I am. They make this so such a positive experience, and I'm thankful for their families. I mean, both of them, the students and the families, have been so accepting and so willing to be challenged and to see this as an opportunity for growth. And I'm just so thankful for that.
Tovah?
Exactly like what Ms. Dyck said, we've talked about this over and over, but we're really thankful for how patient our families have been, and also how patient our students have been as we've tackled this new learning of, distance learning from home. And there's nothing more grateful to see but them be patient and really taking on this new challenge that we've all embraced in our life right now.
Well, I'm grateful for you two, Ms. Woodcock and Ms. Dyck. You guys are just doing such great work, and you are exemplars of all the folks all across GCISD who are really working through these difficult times in a way that really champions our children. And it's so important that our first graders continue to learn, even though they have several obstacles in the way. And so I just want to say thank you for joining us today, and thank you for being a big part of helping us build excellent schools together.
Thank you.